Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 14, Episode 17, A Fashion Show with Fashions. You know how we bounce around everybody. We got to see Blaze give us some toddler tunes. She's so cute. I mean, a cutie pie. We see that Kenya has, she's turned things around. So CVS has offered her 500 of their stores. And so we got to pump up some product, pump it out. So go Kenya, girl. Listen, I love to see it. I love to see it. And I was just in CVS. I'm going to have to look for her stuff in CVS. I know it's there. I know it's there. I know my location over here was one of the locations for sure. Okay, Marlo and the boys, they go and visit with Sonya and Ross. Ross is gonna, hang out with the boys and give them a little bit of guy time, a little bit of mentoring, if you will, because those young boys, those young black boys need a male role model. And so Ross has stepped up to the plate. Good for you. Good for you. I love to see that as well. Sonya had some what you call them? Some jumpers, some Dickie suits. She had them, with their name embroidered and all of that. Because they're gonna go out in the garage and, learn how to change some tires, learn how to change the oil, all that guy stuff. While Sonya and Marlo get in the kitchen and make tacos. So while they're out, we talk about Marlo's mom, who is back home. Well, she's visiting, I should say. And she's staying at a hotel, though. She's not staying with Marlo because Marlo said the last time that she allowed her mother to stay with her, she ended up getting cussed out by her mama, called all kind of bitches and hoes and all of that. And so she's not dealing with that again. So mama gonna stay in that hotel. Sonya tells Marlo that Ross finally, basically left the choice hers, to have a baby or not. He finally was just like, whatever you're on, I'm on. If you don't want any more children, then I'm okay with that, and that turned her on, which made her want to hop on it and bring a baby into the world. So, I mean, I get it. It's the little things, it's the fact that you really respect my choice in the matter and you realize it's my choice. And so, for that, I'll make a choice and give you what you want, and so she's gonna take her IUD out, and so they're gonna try for another baby. Outside, the boys, they are, like I said, they learning how to change the tire. They learning how to check the oil, how to, change the oil and all of that. They come back in and the tacos are ready, and so they eat or whatever. Yeah, that's basically it for Sonya and Marlo. Anyway, Sheree, she's meeting at the venue to meet her event planner, and she's meeting with Rowan and all of that. And right now, she's still iffy about these pieces. She just has 5 pieces. She's waiting on the rest of the pieces to come in. She wants 22 pieces, or was it 24? I can't remember, but all she got is 5, and so she waiting. She's worried that this is gonna be 14 years ago all over again. They keep showing us 14 years ago where Dwight was like, a fashion show with no fashions. Listen, that's on a loop in her brain, and so she cannot have that happen again. Marlo, she is going to see her mama Emma, and she looks just like her mama. Mama ain't got her teeth in. Mama say she lost her teeth somewhere. Marlo like, girl, I done spent money on them teeth. Where are the teeth? Anyway, they talk, they sit and talk or whatever, because they go to this little boutique. She said her mom has like a boutique, like a consignment shop, thrift store type of situation, and she was just looking for some pieces maybe she could put in her store. And they sit down and they talk. We're talking about forgiveness, and our mama basically is like, I know I owe you an apology, but you owe me one too. Marlo like, for what? Like, what do I need to be apologizing to you for? It's clear that mom has not put down the substances. It's obvious she is still doing the same things. she talked about a situation where her mom had her nephews before. She bought her mom a house, and the boys were staying with her mom, and then the house just turned into the trap house. It was drug dealers in there, drug dealing going on in the house, crackheads in and out of the house. It was a bad, toxic situation for children to be in, and so she took that house back and put her mama out. But Marlo, you know, they gonna get it together. Hopefully, they gonna get it together. And we see Sheree still working to get her pieces in. You know, she's still calling around, are the pieces in? The lady keeps saying no, and not yet. Anyway, Kenya has her products in the stores, and so she, you know, has a little ribbon cutting at her end cap where her product is. And Candy, Sonia, and Drew show up to support, so that's good. Kenya looked very, very, very excited. Like, this was genuine excitement. And I'm genuinely excited for her. Like, it's a proud moment. It really is. They both, everybody that, you know, came to support were like, listen, this is good. You big shit now. Because, baby, I'm big shit now. You got your stuff in CVS. Candy said, I don't even have my, but Candy, what you gonna have in CVS? We can't have the candy coated. Well, maybe we can. You know, maybe we can. If we got KY jelly and all that over there in the section, in the condom section, then yes, her stuff can be there too. I know she got some cream, some oil, some something. So yeah, Candy, you might want to see if you can get you a little CVS deal, a little Walmart's or somebody, you know. Anyway, and I appreciate Kenya putting her stuff in stores that are accessible to the girls like me. You know, not in Bloomingdale's where a bitch don't shop regularly. Not in Neiman's. I don't be over there like that. But you know where I be at? CVS. You know where I'm going to run through sometimes, because I hate Walmart. But I'm going to run through there every now and then. I'm going to run through Walmart. I'm going to run through Target on a regular. So you need to, it's best to have your stuff in those stores as opposed to Neiman's and Bloomingdale's. Girl. Because that stuff in Bloomingdale's and Neiman's make it all the way to Marshall's. Makes it all the way to Marshall's. I'm going to get my Lancome out of Marshall's. So I'm not finna play with these people with their high-end, products. Listen, I done really went on a tangent. Let me reel it on back. Let me reel it on back. Anyway, they talk about the fashion show, and you know they're hopeful that it's gonna turn out well for her. They're all like, child, these pieces, she ain't got but 5 pieces. Like, let's pray for her. Let's pray for her, okay? Drew's still talking about her money because she ain't got her money for the party. Let that go. Go on and let that go. You're not gonna get it. You just not gonna get it. Anyway, Candy and Joyce, they have lunch. Basically, y'all, with this conversation, Mama think Riley should get more money than Ace and Blaze, because Ace and Blaze got a daddy, and Riley didn't have the benefit of growing up with a father, and so just off the strength of that, she just need to get more money, you know. And Todd don't need no spousal support because he should be fine. He should have made enough by then. That's what Mama was saying, and I understand what she's saying as it relates to Riley, but Riley is still Candy's child. You know, it's not like this is Kayla we talking about. This is Riley, Ace, and Blaze all came from Candy. Whether they got you know, there are 2 different fathers, they are not, those are still Candy's children, and she should take care of them equally. Like, Riley shouldn't be getting more just because she, you know, for the first, I feel like she was about 14 or 15 when Candy married him. I don't know, but Mama Joyce wants control over that money for sure. She wants to control where it goes, what happens with it, who gets it, how much they get. She wants complete control over that, and it's obvious. Candy says she's not gonna, you know, of course she's gonna leave something for her husband. You know, of course she would do that. But that's for him and their children, not for him and his new woman if he decides to move on. She said, cool, move on, but nah, you can't get married again. I'm like, no, wait a minute. You moved on and got married. mean he can't move on and get married? Now, I understand this, not wanting this person to have any say so on how we divvy out funds if, if something happens, but what? You can't tell that man he can't get married, Candy. Anyway, she mentioned Don Juan too. Like they need a mediator or somebody to help facilitate, what Candy's wishes are, and make sure that they are respected, because Mama Joyce, if you have it her way, she'll be like, you leave everything to me and Riley. Anyway, because she want to be added in too. She might add me in too. Sheree is it's the day before her show. She still only has 5 pieces. Rawan is there. She's like, listen, where are the pieces? I'll get on the plane right now and go and pick it up. Like what you need me to do. I just don't know. I also saw Mel. Y'all know Mel. If you watch Bell Collective, then you know who Mel is. Is she Letitia's fan? What's the girl name? Not Latrice. Letitia, right? I think that's her friend. But anyway, Mel, I've seen Mel on a couple of these shows. I saw Mel over there on Bell Collective. I see her on Bell Collective the most. I feel like I've seen her on Huntsville too. Anyway, sis be round there, okay? She said, I'm a friend to the show, to the friend to the show, to the friend to the show. Anyway, Tyrone shows up in his Burberry. He show up. Her daughter looking like, who is that? She keep asking it. She looking around at everybody, making eye contact. Who is that? She made eye contact with a producer. Who is that? And they're like, that's Sheree's boyfriend. That's Tyrone. She like, oh, okay. It's awkward. It's very awkward. Sheree is just looking at him like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Like, no call, no text, no nothing, and you just show up? What are you here for? And then he don't feel like he owes her no apology or nothing. He's just like, I don't owe you an apology. You owe me an apology. I could have got a parole violation if I had came and got and got on the show. But you're here now, trying to be on the show, trying to be seen. Get out of here, Tyrone. When she just leaves him standing there, he all awkward, spinning around like a top, don't know where to go. And Sheree's daughter is like, hi, I'm Cal. I think that's her daughter's name. I can't remember what her daughter's name is, but hey, I'm Sheree's daughter. How are you? He go over there and try to make some small conversation with Apollo and everything. It's just like, Tyrone, go home. Go home. Anyway, Marlo, she has her mom, come to her showroom. She comes and they sit down and talk. And again, Mama don't want to hear about the past. Mama don't want to hear how you feel about what happened or none of that. Because Marlo, she has a reason to feel away. Her upbringing was not a good one with her mother. Her mother chose drugs and men over them. So, of course, she's upset. Of course, she has trauma. Of course, when Marlo see you, she want to unpack all of that, because why? You ain't had to do me like that. Mama don't want to hear it. Mama, again, you owe me an apology. She all indignant and she the victim. Anyway, before it escalates, because they really are about to have a back and forth, Candy comes in because Candy was also invited to come and meet her mom. And we also see where they had a FaceTime conversation where Marlo apologizes for, the things that she said in Jamaica, how things went, all of that. And Candy, she obliges. I'll come meet your mama. But she shows up right on time, to break up the scene. Marlo has to step away and dry her tears for a second. But she sits down and, they bring food and everything and they talk. And Candy just gets a better understanding about who Marlo is and where she came from. Candy says in her confessional, she's like, listen, meeting Marlo's mother was great and all of that. And it just makes me appreciate who my mother is to me. It just makes me appreciate my mother a whole lot more. It's kind of a read, but I get it. I get it, because I mean, you got a meddling mother, but you could have a crackhead mother. Think about that. Think about that when you're taking your mother for granted. She could very well out here be a crackhead. And then what? You know, you could have that. You could have had that upbringing. You ain't got it so bad. You ain't got it so bad. Can we get to the show? We can get to the show. So it's the show. She ends up getting all her looks. She got all her looks and plus some. So she good. She good. It's gonna be smooth sailing. The ladies we see the ladies are getting ready. Everybody's excited. The guests start showing up. Kenya's dress. Oh my God, it was so pretty. It was just the fit, all of it. I loved it. She just looked like a nice, juicy, chocolatey disco ball. I loved it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Anyway, Marlo, she arrives or whatever, and she's like, I saw Tyrone outside, y'all. They like, what? Yes, he outside. He has some flowers. He got on a black and white suit. He out there. He outside with the flowers. He is outside coming in with the flowers. And so he goes back to the backstage, giving her the flowers for her and her mama. Sheree is still like, she on her phone carrying on other conversations. Yeah, okay, all right. Oh, for me, thank you. On to the next. Back to what I was doing. Thank you for the flowers, but you can still go. Dwight comes, he heads straight to the back or whatever. Listen, he ain't come to see no mess, so he better see some fashions tonight. I came to see what I can see. Tyrone goes out, and he meets the ladies, and Kenya's like, I don't like him. And I'm with you. We here. We here. Peter, he's there. He walks up and hugs Kenya. Kenya say he was high as hell. I believe it. Because he barely had time for anybody else. He just gave Kenya that hug, and, it was a glance over, what's up? And he was, out of the scene. Producers, they're keeping up with the time, of course. And so we are running behind, of course. Now we are 30 minutes late. And they in the back lollygagging, saying a prayer. Sheree still don't have no hair and makeup. They just taking their precious time like the people aren't out there waiting on a fashion show. Marlo, they've been standing so long. Marlo done pulled a chair from, the seating area, pulled it up. Let me just pull up a chair and sit down. My feet hurting these Louboutins. And those shoes are not comfortable. Pretty, yes. Nice, yes. Comfortable, no. I have a pair and I've worn them once. One time I wore them out the house. One time, because no. My feet was hurting. You can only wear them shoes when you finna go, like, walk from the car. And the walk from the car to the door cannot be a long one. I'm talking valet. I'm talking you need to pull up to the side at the valet, get out your car, and then walk in the building. That's when you wear those shoes, because you finna go and sit right down. You got to do a little walking, a little tipping. Don't wear those. You got to stand. Don't wear those. Because Louboutins, they gonna hurt your feet. But anyway, people start taking their seats. It's time to get started. They're 2 hours late, by the way. We start the show, and some of the pieces start catching the ladies' eyes. It's nice. She gave us a good fashion show. She really did. She was going for, it's almost like she's going for Ivy Park. Fashion meets athletic wear. And Ivy Park got some really nice pieces. I would love to go to an Ivy Park fashion show, because I know I'd just be gagging. Like, come on, Adidas. Come on. Whew. Anyway, when Apollo comes out, the crowd kind of goes crazy. Everybody's like, is that Apollo? Oh my God, is that Apollo? Wow, Apollo. The show is nice. Everybody gives her props and everything. This is how we're going to close out. I don't even remember what everybody's last remarks were, or, the last little thing that we say about them, because they all do a catwalk. They all rip the runway right quick. Yeah, I don't remember. I ain't even jotted down or nothing like that, because I'm just so ready for the reunion. I'm just so ready. That's where it ends, y'all. with Sheree doing her final walk and everybody being so excited for her and all of that. And it's just, you know, it's just so grand. And it's just so unfortunate that here we are now today, present day. And this woman is producing BS on the site. The site is crashing. It's just too much stuff happening surrounding She by Sheree. It's She by Shein, She by AliExpress, She by Amazon. She just really pulled, just really stamped her name on the stuff from China. And it's fine if you do that, because I mean, everything down there tags, I'm sure I can find on Amazon. Everything over there at Pressed, I'm sure I can find on Amazon or Shein or one of those other ones. You know, I'm sure they all selling the same stuff, but those people aren't pretending to be fashion designers either. And see, that's where you had us stuck. Like, you're pretending like you have taken so much time and you know, and put so much effort into your designs and going out and finding different patterns and things like that. When in reality, all you did was buy it wholesale and put your name on it. Now, girl, I wasn't going around there to buy nothing no way. So it's a goop. It's a goop for the people who did. It's a goop. It's a goop. We waited 14 years for her to just play us like this. Why does she continue to try to take shortcuts, and she don't pay people? Because that's another thing. I feel like that's another discretion. Indiscretion. She didn't pay the people who designed the stuff that we saw in the show. She hadn't paid them for that stuff, which is why it ain't on her site. She got wrinkly t-shirts with emojis on them and shit. Bitch, if you don't take all that and get out of my face. The shirt is wrinkled. I don't want it. It's wrinkly and faded. What, Sheree? It just goes to show you, when you do not care, it's gonna show. It's the same with hair care products. It's the same with people who sell hair and all of that. Like, they don't be caring about it like that. They just want the money. It's a money grab. And so they're not going to go above and beyond for the customer service, for any of that, for their site. They're just gonna go and find stuff, you know, put up a little Wix site and think that it's not gonna crash after a while. Like, the people who care about their brand, about their business, about their product, all of that, they're going to go above and beyond. And see, Kenya tried to help. Both Kenya and Candy tried to, you know, step in and help. You know, they warned her you was going to have to spend more. You was going to have to do a little bit more. You got to get you a team. Sheree don't want to pay nobody. She don't want to have to come out of pocket unnecessarily in her mind. Anyway, I will see you guys for the reunion for part 1. I can't wait. I saw the looks. We'll talk about the looks when I do the review for part 1. Cause the looks weren't worth a whole. I mean, I see that people, you know, do a video just strictly, you know, on the looks, but it ain't that serious to me. So we're gonna talk about it when we do the review. All right. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.